there is room at the cross for you. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5 and 8. Out of the varied experiences of a fruitful life have come the many moving hymns of Ira F. Stanfield. As a child, he traveled by covered wagon to New Mexico, moved to Oklahoma and Kansas. He was converted at age 12. At 17, wrote his first gospel song and traveled for several years with evangelists, playing the piano, organ, ukulele, and accordion, and was preaching by age 22 in revival meetings and later served pastorates. Mr. Stanfield began to write his own gospel hymns, and he employed the unusual practice of creating a text from titles suggested from the congregation during a service. He would explain, "The basic reason I have written songs is that I love God, and Christ has loved me. Most of my songs are the outgrowth of real experiences with Christ. I think they appeal to people because I've had trials, heartaches, and sorrow in my own life, and I know what I write about." Room at the Cross was a title suggested to Ira in 1946 at one of his meetings. He wrote it down on a piece of scrap paper, which he found later in his pocket after he got home. Impressed with the title, he quickly wrote both words and music as they appear today. Since then, the song has been recorded by numerous Christian artists, translated into Spanish, German, and Italian, and was used as the closing theme of the national broadcast revival time for many years. Only eternity will reveal the number who have been directed to Christ through this one gospel hymn that reminds us that there's always room at the cross for one more sinner. He recorded one of the testimonies. He says, a despondent young man bent on taking his own life walked near a church where inside a service was being conducted by evangelist Willard Cantillon, with Al Gar directing the music for the service. The troubled young man had a gun in his pocket and was making his way toward a high bridge not too far from the church. There he intended to shoot himself near the edge of the bridge, letting his body fall into the water. As he passed the church, he heard Al Gar singing, "There's room at the cross for you." The young man was so gripped by its message that he made his way into the church, postponing his mission of horror. There he found Christ as his Savior and was rescued from personal and spiritual disaster. He later studied for the ministry and became an evangelist. A motion picture has been made of his life since that notable day when Room at the Cross for You pointed him to Christ.